Alright, Challengers 2025 prize pool. The champion of this wins $500 US, 2,500 credits, 25 event cases as well. Runners up get 300 USD, 2,000 credits, 20 event cases. Third place gets 200 US dollars, 1,800 credits, and 18 event cases. Fourth place earns 2,000 credits, 20 event cases. Fifth through sixth gets it will be a best of 3. So we'll get into that soon enough. And these are the players that will be playing on Raid. First map is Raid, second map is Bureau, and the third map, second map is Grounded, third map is Bureau. The lineup is Aluz, Dusty Dom, Saw, Dix, and Tyler versus Bora, Max, Lazy, Dingster, Def, / Zeke, and Pump. So it'll be an interesting lineup to see. Two of the very top NA teams come head to head. Now, Raid is a very big util map, so it'll be interesting to see how each team utilizes it and which team excels on what side. We'll be getting into the knife round right here, and whoever wins this, it'll be interesting to see which side they take. T side for momentum, and CT side for a better T side maybe. And it will be a knife mid. Well, when all players are ready. Looks like some players are a little bit slow to move. So and Merc does shoot first. So I do believe S2F should be the ones to get the pistol. Not the pistol, pick the side. But it seems Max still has to reconnect to fully get started. Doesn't look like everybody's completely ready and set up, so
Coalition wins.
And it looks like Max is having technical difficulties. He has left the map, so we will be waiting to start.
Flashbang out. Smoke out.
Coalition wins.
Alright, now we will be getting into the knife round mid. It'll be interesting to see which team picks what side. Whoever wins, I would like to see them pick T side first, possibly. As it is a game about momentum, getting the right wins at the right time. But T side is all stacked up together, Team Merciless, and we still have yet to see a first move. They are inching closer, but nothing exciting quite yet. And S2F just cleared them out. Very well done. We will see what side they pick. And it looks like they might stick on CT side to start. Or they're still working to find things out. And we will be getting into the pistol round now. And Team Sky2Fly did end up picking CT side first, so it'll be interesting to see how they manage to figure out how they want to play this through. But the formation looks like it'll be a 5-stack going towards B for T side. Team Merciless HQ. We don't see any other guns other than P250. We do see some util and armor, but Merciless HQ does get the entry. Def finding a first kill on Saw. Tix taking down Pump. Def finding Tix. Bora was able to find Dusty Dom. It is a 4v3 situation. Eluse and Tyler left alive. Bora drops Tyler. Eluse finds Def, but gets taken down by Bora. Now looking at a 1-0 score. It is a 1-0 lead after Stellars was able to get a nice little 3K, and the bomb plant. All of CT side is ecoed out, no gun, 3 revolvers, 2 XDs. And Merciless is able to find a first kill on Ticks. Death, getting that first pick is very important. And they do have the flexibility to move. So they have... Ooh, Max finds a loose. Now it's a 5v3 situation. Saw has taken a little bit of damage, but it's not too crazy. Now Tyler did rotate, and it looks like he has the timing right to get maybe 1 or 2 kills here. But Max is able to take down Tyler, and they do have an entry. With the last 2 members being Dusty Dom and Saw. Last 2 members alive. It is a 5v2 situation. The eco has not panned out well for Team Sky2Fly. Stylers takes down Saw. Dingster finds Dusty Dom, and that closes the second round out. Now the third round will be interesting because each team should be able to buy out, which we will see some M4s come out. But Team Sky2Fly has to have a better hold on sites here. It is a T-side map, but you do need to win rounds on CT. And once again, we see Team Merciless HQ start going towards B Heaven, and one maybe sitting backstab for Boiler. Util does come out. Saw is in prime position to get a kill or 2. Util does come out, I like that. Dingster and Pump are sitting Heaven. And that pre-fire almost caught one of them, but neither side has taken any damage. Pump and Dingster are still sitting Heaven. But Saw is able to find both Dingster and Pump. It's a 5v3 situation. Saw is 8 HP, so he is mad low, but he has position. And Def is up there too. Saw did not spot him up. He might have sounded him out, but ooh, Saw looking to find a third pick here. But Stylers and Def might just make their way towards A. There is one CT member sitting below Tyler, waiting for his opportunity. Peeks out, but is taken down by Max, who has a good headshot. Looking CT, Max finds Ticks. Now it's a 3v2 situation after Saw finds Stylers and Def takes down Dusty Dom. 2v2 situation. Def finds Saw. Now it's a 1v2. Eluse is able to find Def. Now it's a 1v1. Max versus Eluse. Is flashed, but is able to find the kill on Max. Now looking at a 1-2 score. Very well done by Team Merciless and Sky2Fly. Sky2Fly was able to manage to win that out. Def is carrying his team, and Eluse is carrying his team after that clutch. Now all the players are on similar ping as they are all NA. But Def and Max really have been going ham with this lineup. Now, T-side is a bit more spread out, but they also have flexibility to move where they want. Everybody is still bought out, once again. Even after CT side did win, they have a good economy set. Some pre-fire does come out belong. Saw finds Def for first pick, which is very important. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But it seems T-side is going to play slow. Play it very slowly. They have 1 minute and 5 seconds left yet. Util does come out. Saw is flashed. But he does hold B long. Max finds Saw. Now it's a 4v4 situation. Max has taken a little bit of damage, but it's not too crazy. And all of CT side is playing around CT tunnels and B. Nobody on A. Wait, one player on A. But for the most part, it's all stacked around towards B. We do see some pre-fire. Dusty Dom finds Stylers, finds Max, but Pump gets the refrag, taking him down. But Tyler takes down both Dingster and Pump, and that closes out the 4th round. Sky2Fly does have 2 rounds won already on CT side. Merciless also has 2 rounds won, but T side is going to be eco this round. We do see a rev come out from Pump, and the rest are kind of similar. Tix does get a peek around mid, but T-side is a lot more spread out, having 2 going towards A mid and 3 playing around Belong and Heaven. Now, one CT member is pushing this up. Saw might find opportunity here. He is playing around the smoke, but he might just have to back out. There are players playing around mid, 3 of them, but they haven't. T-side has yet to make a move. Neither side has taken any damage yet. Pump is watching around B site to maybe spot out some players, maybe get a first pick here. But T-side has no utility to make their move. They just have Revs and P250s. Pump is watching Belong. But a lot of T-side is spread out. They have 45 seconds to work with. They are in a bit of a stuck position here. Tix is watching CT, but the timing is wrong. Def is unable to find Tix. Saw finds Pump. Now it's a 5v3 situation. Zipprefer does come out of Saw Belong. And he finds Stylers, but Max takes down 2. Saw and Tyler might find a third one. No, he's unable to get Tix. But they know he's there. Dingster finds Tix, but Eluse gets the refrag, taking down Dingster. It's a 3-2 score. Well played there by T-side. They did get some picks, but it wasn't enough to win the round. And that was their eco, so it wasn't a bad eco, but they didn't get the plant. They are set to buy out, though. And CT side is spreading out, having 1 play mid, 2 Belong, and 2 going towards A. Now, T-side once again is playing, starting off going around and towards B, Boiler, Belong, and Heaven. But CT side just does a good job at holding and playing for time. Now, that being said, T-side does seem to have a good control on time, waiting till it's late to move, but Saw finds Max. Now it's a 5v4 situation. And Def is getting low. Tix is making his way for a backstab, might find Stylers. Dingster finds Saw, but Tix takes down Stylers. Pump, not sounding. Tix finds his 3rd kill on Dingster after Tyler gets a kill on Def. And Merciless has no momentum pushing. Sky2Fly has just been dominating this whole map. Now we will see some buyouts out of T-side once again, but CT side is in a much more stable economy. And this time they are going out towards A. Tix is peeking around mid, but T-side is making their way quick. They're doing a fast push. Now, 2 CT members are doing a good job at holding them there, but Pump finds Stussy Dom for a first pick. It is a 5v4 situation. And there's one more player on site. Eluse might find some action here. Util does come out. If he swings this, he might find some. He does! Tyler finds Max, Eluse finds Pump, but Def gets the refrag, taking down Eluse, and they have sight. It is a 3v3 situation, but the Util is in favor of T-side, but Tyler finds Stylers. 3v2 situation. Tyler is very low. Saw is making his way up from a long. Dingster is pushing around towards tunnels. They might take it B. And that's exactly what's going to happen. They will get the plant. And they might play for a better position. Now, CT side is starting to rotate over. They have... Yeah, they are starting to rotate over. Tyler is very low. They're going to try to figure it out in 1v1s. Def unable to hit Tix. Tix does deal some damage, but Def finds Tix and Dingster finds Tyler. Now it's a 1v2 situation. Saw swings out. Def might swing out Belong, but Dingster from Heaven, or from Sight, takes down Saw. As a 4-3 score, Sky2Fly is leading on CT. But once again, CT side is pretty well bought out. Each player should have a gun, and that is the case. T-side is starting their run once again, going towards Belong. Now the util use does come out, unable to hit anybody. But they do a good job at watching heaven and making sure they don't get a quick push on B. But T-side's going to play it patient. They're going to play for a first pick and then make their move. Pretty good strat. Some wallbang does come out of Stylers. And each side does have util, so they have that at their disposal. Tyler is watching heaven. Util use does come out. And Saw is the first one to go down. Def takes down Saw. B long. And T-side does have B long open. Util does come out, but they have a good spot. Tix takes down Max and Def gets the refrag. It's now a 4v3 situation. Pump takes down Tyler. Alus does find Pump, but Def finds Dusty Dom. It is a 3v1 situation. Alus is going to swing this out. Oh, he had bad timing there. Def takes down Alus after he put his gun away. It's now a 4-4 score. T-side is starting to catch up. It is a T-sided map, so they do have flexibility, but CT side is unable to get everybody guns. Saw, Dusty Dom, and Tix are all eco with Rev. But we do see some CT members going towards A, and T-side is doing a quick push here. They do... Alus finds Pump, does break another one. Util does come out like that, and they're able to kind of stop the push. Stellars does find Dusty Dom. Alus is low, and Dingster is low, but Saw is coming for a backstab. Is able to find Stylers with the XD, but Max takes down Saw. But Tyler's playing in that corner, is able to find Dingster, and he has the bomb, which is pretty important. He's going to look towards mid, but T-side was able to pick up the bomb, and they kind of have choice on where they want to go, but they are kind of contained going towards A. Players are on A, mid, and T-side is making their way up A long. They are going to be able to get sight here. There's one player eco, but Tix finds Def on a wallbang headshot, and he's going to try to get another one, but it's just Max, and Max gets taken down by Tyler. Very well done by Sky2Fly with their eco. Saw and Tyler moved together. Saw was able to find a kill with the XC, which was pretty important, and Tyler was able to hide in the corner. Very nice strat by CT side to maybe control the timing there. And Deleuze did a good job at holding the rush, the initial rush that was going on. Util use does come out pretty early, but some of it was uncoordinated. Some smoke and incendiaries did come out. But T-side is kind of split. 2 have guns and 3 of them are using Rev and Deagle. Now that being said, I don't know if I like that choice. Dingster does have 7,300, but Pump finds Tyler with a headshot with a Deagle. And that's their first pick. Stylers finds Tix, that's their second pick. 5v3 situation. And they still have flexibility, but Alus finds Max. He's going to watch for Stylers, but Stylers is able to take down Alus. It's a 2v4 situation. But T-side does seem to have control. Dingster might find Saw here, but Saw checks CT. Dusty Dom is able to find Stylers, but Pump gets the refrag. It's now a 2v1 situation. It is Saw left alive, but he gets taken down by Pump. It's now a 5-5 score. Def leads his team and Saw leads his team, but everybody on CT side other than Tyler is negative. Def is 11-6. Very well done by Def and Max, top 2 of their team, but everybody else on Merc is kind of close together with the record. Everybody's able to find kills. And T-side's going to have another start going towards B. Once again, now the util does come out. Dingster is flashed. Util is very good, but they might get found out. T-side might get found out. Dusty Dom pushes, finds Max, but Def gets the refrag. I don't know if I like that push. I think that was a pretty bad push, but Eluse is making his way for a backstab. Might find Stylers, actually. If Stylers isn't careful, but he is watching the back. Stylers is able to find Eluse, and Saw does take down Pump. It is a 3v2 situation in favor of CT side. Now, one player is Heaven. Saw maybe did see him, but Saw finds Stylers. Now it's a 1v3 situation for Dinkster. Does take a little bit of damage, and Tyler does get the headshot, taking down Dinkster Heaven. Now it's 6-5 score. This is the last round before rotations. And each side is going to be able to buy out, but maybe not Stylers. Stylers is broke. Only able to buy. He might pick up a gun, but no. Stylers is just with the P250. So CT side does have an advantage with the guns. Now this time T side is more spread out. They're not exactly starting out towards B, but Pump gets a quick rush taking down Tyler, but Dusty Dom does get the refrag. 4v4 situation. Dinkster finds a loose. 3v4 situation. But T side does get choice to move. There is a minute and 10 seconds left, but T side's going to take it up. Hey, but Tix finds Def for a kill, and he did spot Stylers out. Now it is Saw and Tix versus Dinkster, Stylers, and Max. 2v3 situation. Some pre-fire does come out, but Saw and Tix have been dominant. Some YouTube does come out. Saw comes out, but Dinkster is expecting it. Finds Saw, and Max takes down Tix. It is a 6-6 even scoreboard. I do believe Def is still at the top of his leaderboard, and Saw is at the top of his. Well done by Sky2Fly to get those 6 rounds on a T map, but they are still going to have to convert this T side. But it looks like they're pretty well coordinated going towards A. 5-stack towards A. Everybody has guns, and one Dusty Dom did buy util. They might have a pretty good entry here. Dinkster does back up from sight. They do check their corners. Util does come out, but Stylers finds Tix. Tyler does take down Dinkster. Saw takes down Max and Pump, but Stylers does deal some damage. Gets double swung. Dusty Dom takes down Stylers. Now it's just Def last alive. And Def might just play for some picks here. It is a 1v4 situation. Dusty Dom takes down Def before he's able to get a kill. And we're looking at a 6-7 scoreline. Merciless is behind by 1 round. 6-7. Alright. But CT side is eco, which I was expecting. And T side is bought out. We do see an HK. Pretty interesting gun of choice. Typically it's just AKs and SGs, but that's pretty creative. Creative choice of gun. T side is pretty well coordinated with 1 lurker playing around boiler, but 4 playing around A long. Eluse is watching the backstab, but CT side is playing very patient. And they're doing quite a good job at holding, just waiting. Def looks like he's in prime position to maybe get a first kill. Does get swung. Dusty Dom finds Pump. Stylers takes down Eluse. Def does find a kill on Dusty Dom, but Saw takes Def down. It's a 3v3 situation, but Stylers is the only one who has a gun. Max does have a Rev, and Dinkster does have an XD. Saw is watching the backstab from Dinkster, who is making his way up towards A long for a backstab. Stylers finds Tix. Now it's a 2v3 situation, but they do have bomb planted. Ooh, aim! Stylers finds Saw. Tyler takes down Max, but Dinkster gets the last kill on Tyler. Ooh. Well done. And it will be 7-7. Saw is at the top of his leaderboard, and Tyler is not too far behind him. Def is leading his team with Stylers, who is 12-9. Def is 13-10. Saw is 15-12. Tyler is 10-9. Well done by each team. Everybody is kind of around the same kill-death ratio. Each player is finding kills. Now, Sky2Fly is watching B. Dingster is unable to hit his shots. Dingster does find Saw, but Loose gets the refrag, taking him down.
Flashbang out.
Stylers finds a Loose. It's a 3v4 situation. But Dusty Dom might be taking it up towards CT. And it'll be interesting to see what happens. T-side is Eco, Dusty Dom with the P250, Tix with the revolver, and Tyler with the Deagle. Now Tix is 5 HP, but he does have a revolver. He needs to hit head there. Dusty Dom is making his move, but Pomp does take him down. 4v2 situation, Tix and Tyler are the last alive, but Stylers gets a crazy wallbang on Tix. Now it's just a 1v4 situation, Tyler last alive. Ooh, does hit Def with one bullet, but unable to find the kill. T-side had one, I don't want to say it was great, they only were able to find one kill on an eco round. Merciless does lead 8-7. And they have a much better economy going on. CT side does have 19.4k, and T side has $100 to spare across all players. So CT side does have a good economy going on. Pump is pre-firing, but is able to back out. Now Stylers is going for a wallbang from tunnels to get that kill mid, but Dusty Dom has already made his way up towards CT. Now might back up. But T-side is kind of placed around going B. Some utility does come out, but T-side hasn't made their decisive move yet. But Stylers finds Tyler for first pick. Dingster does take down Tix. Saw is able to find Max. Saw is able to find a second kill on Def after Def takes down Dusty Dom. Now it's a 2v3 situation. Saw and a Loose, last two alive. Saw is able to find Stylers. Does go for a wallbang. Almost gets team flash. Pump! Loose finds Dingster, but Saw takes down Pump. Saw with the 4K, going crazy. Well done by Saw to really make the most out of what he had. Playing that position very well. And CT side is still bought out. Across all of their players, they have 7.5k, and across T-side players, they have 6.7k. Score is 8-8. T-side is playing a little bit more patient once again. We have seen good time control out of each team, but Sky2Fly had. Ooh, he's going for. Tyler was going for a wallbang. Almost was able to find Dingster through that wallbang, but he's got to watch his back. Now the util use does come out. Pump is playing CTB long, but Saw finds Pump after he had a swing out. Now Saw is broken, but he saw his opportunity here. Be long. Eluse finds Dingster. Max is able to take down Eluse, but Tyler takes down Stylers. Max finds Saw, but Tix gets the last two kills on Max and Def. Now looking at a 9-8 score in favor of Team Sky2Fly. But Team Merciless hasn't done a bad job either at keeping track, but they are eco. For the most part, they are eco. Stylers and Dingster are using M4s, but the rest of the players are using Deagles. Or not Deagles, revolvers. T-side is playing around boilers, mid, and belong. Def is watching tunnels. T-side has not made their move quite yet, but Pump is going for a backstab, going straight through T, which we might see some action. Util does come out, which T-Side might take this as an entrance point. Tix finds Pump. Dingster is able to find Dusty Dom. And Max does pick up a gun. But he doesn't have armor, but he is able to find a loose. Be long. That's a 4v3 situation, but Saw unable to find a kill on Stylers. But gets him very low. Max finds Tix. Tyler does take down Max. Is watching vents. There's 2 tunnels. It's a 1v3 situation, but there's one player going heaven. Tyler is in a stuck position. Very stuck position. One player heaven with bomb, and 2 players playing around tunnels. Tyler is making his way back up towards Belong, and he is playing it very cautious of heaven as well. Still has 25 seconds to make his move, but he makes his way up towards Def, who isn't watching his back and might get found out. Tyler is unable to find Def. Def did turn around for the right timing. Well done by Merciless. That was their eco, where they had quite a few players on eco, but they still managed to win the round. Very well done. 9-9 is the score, and T-Side this time is eco. Dusty Dom and Tyler do buy out, but the rest of the team is eco. Now T-Side is going towards A with a quick rush and util. Now Def does go for a counter. Def does get low, but Stylers goes to town on them, taking down 3, but Tyler does take down Stylers there. Tyler might be playing for a pick here. He knows that there's at least 1 or 2 vents and 1 player CT. He did spot one of them out, but he gets double swung by Max, and Max does get the kill. Now looking at a 10-9 score, Team Merciless has done an excellent job on CT side to hold, and Sky2Fly has yet to really push and make a breakthrough. And Dusty Dom is eco once again, but the guns are in favor of CT side, as they are all bought out. Util does come out. Saw does find a first pick on Pump though, but he does take a lot of damage. And they are trading guns. Now it looks like every member on T side does have a gun. It is a 5v4 situation. 1 player tunnels, but Dusty Dom looks like he might make his move towards CT, but Def is watching it. Might get some action between the 2 of them. Def might go for the swing out, but Dusty Dom is expecting him, and Dusty Dom does take down Def. It is a now 5 versus 3 situation. 1 player on B, and they know it. Some pre-fire does come out. 2 players. Stylers finds a loose. That's a 2v4 situation. Saw is Belong. Dingster does find Tix, but gets taken down by Tyler. Stylers is able to find Saw, but Tyler, once again, getting that kill. Now it's a 10-10 score. Very tight game. And this could go either way. CT side is able to buy out once again. Each team should be fully bought out. And T side is going towards A side. They might do a fast rush. They do trade out some util, but Tyler is playing it slower. Saul finds a first pick on Def. Very well done with the crazy wallbang. And they'll have an entrance. This will be their entrance. Tyler finds Stylers. It's a 5v3 situation. Max. Ooh, both players take a lot of damage, but Tyler finds Max. Pump does find Tyler and a loose. Saw takes down Pump, and Dusty Dom finishes the round taking down Dingster. 10-11 is the score. Saw leads his team 24-17. Tyler second place 17-14. Stylers leads his team 21-14, and Def close behind 17-15. Now, once again, there's not one player that's too far behind on each side or too far ahead, but there are definitely, there's definitely outstanding players. T-side is going to play this patient once more. They do get part of CT, and they have been able to find kills there. Very well done on Dusty Dom's part. Saw uses util. Does take a little bit of damage from Def, but deals a lot of incendiary damage to Dingster. Tyler finds Pump. And T-Side has their own entrance. CT. Tyler, it looks like he might watch the back. And he finds Def. Stylers does find Saw, and Dusty Dom is watching Belong. Eluse does take down Max, but Styler is getting another pick. Tyler swings that, does get the pick. Now, Dingster is very low. I'm surprised they haven't seen each other. Dingster does get a little bit of pre-firing out. There is 45 seconds left. And that incendiary nade from Saw did its damage. Dingster is only at 28 HP, who is playing in that corner, tunnels. But Tyler has time and position to work with. He'll get the bomb plant here. And he'll just stick it on B.
Bomb has been planted.
Dingster versus Tyler. Dingster is making his way up towards Belong. Tyler is watching that Belong. But Dingster does get a little bit of a peek out. Now the Utah does come out. But Dingster is going to have a hard time here. He is very low. Dingster goes for a swing out, but he does take a little bit more damage from the wallbang, and Tyler finds Dingster. Yeah, Tyler did a great job at getting the plant, clutching the 1v2, and holding position very well. He got that bomb plant and was playing that very well to his advantage. The Utah use did do its damage on Dingster. Saw, well done at getting him low. And there is a tactical pause. Now the score is 10-12. Sky2Fly is winning. All they need is one more round against Merciless, and they'll have the advantage. And Merc is taking the tactical pause. Pump is eco, from what it seems, using a revolver on the last, what could possibly be the very last round. They don't have a lot of money to work with. And also not a lot of util. They might have a real struggle here. And the round is unpaused. T-side is, they have plenty of money to work around with. Players are dropping the util. It'll be interesting to see how T-side does convert this. But CT is going to have a really hard time here. Pump is eco. Util use does come out. But that's almost all the util they had. Tix does use util going towards A. They could have an entrance here on A, but there's two players on going towards B, and they have the bomb. Def is making his way up towards T. Dingster was watching Heaven, but he's going to rotate out towards CT. And B is completely open. B is wide open, and so is A. T-side has control of both sites. Max is watching mid. Tix finds Def for a first kill, and that's a 5v4 situation. Max is able to find Tyler, 4v4 situation. Ooh, but he does get hit. Eluse finds Pump. Dingster finds Saw, and we're just seeing a bunch of trade-outs happen. And T-side has 40 seconds left to work with. Ooh, Tix might get found out by Stylers. Ooh, Dusty Dom is able to find Stylers though. But Max trades him out. Each team is just trading out, finding refrag after refrag. Well done. But I think it goes in favor of T-side. Eluse and Tix do get the bomb plant, and they're going to have a nice hold on A. Util use does come out, and Max is backstabbing from a long, and Tix might get some action here. But Dingster hasn't made his move yet. He is playing CT. Tix is playing in that corner. Now the util use does come out. Elise finds Dingster, and Max gets taken down by Tix. And that is the first map. Raid goes to Sky2Fly, 13-10. Stellar's at the top of his leaderboard, and Saw at the top of his. But Tyler wasn't too far behind. Well done by each team. But ultimately, Team Sky2Fly does take the map. Now, Merc also did a crazy good job winning 4 rounds on CT, but it wasn't enough. We will be getting into the second map, Grounded, but it is in favor of Team S2F. And these are the brackets once again. Whoever wins between today is going to be able to, will be playing against Void Nuts, who won the lower brackets. But S2F is currently in the lead, winning the first map on Raid. They're up 1-0. It'll be interesting to see what happens on the second map, which is Grounded. Could go either way once again. Do have old choice of maps, Raid, Grounded, and Bureau for the decider, if it does reach the decider. But each team has played very well on Raid for the first map. And it will be hosted on the same server. Once again, the prize pooling. The champion wins $500 US, 2,500 credits, 25 event cases. The runners-up, second place, wins $300 US, 2,000 credits, and 20 event cases. Third place wins $200 US, 1,800 credits, and 18 event cases. Fourth place is 2,000 credits and 20 event cases. Fifth and sixth is 1,200 credits and 12 event cases. Now the most valuable player does get the Polaris emblem. Stage 2 prizing, 4th through 8th place is 1,000 credits and 10 event cases. And we will be getting into Grounded soon enough, once every player is joined and readied up. It will be a knife B mid. And it'll be interesting to see who wins the knife round after Team Merciless, I do believe, won the first. We do see a sub. Her Theodore does take the spot of one CT member. But for the most part, we do see these same players. It will be a knife B mid. When all of the CT members show up, I suppose. Which it looks like they're taking their sweet good old time. Okay, now they're ready. And S2F does win the second map. I think they did win the first map as well, the first knife. So we will have to wait and see what happens. S2F did win the first map and does take the lead. They won Raid 13-10. Pretty close game, but Sky2Fly was able to take it. Now we'll see what happens with Grounded, which again can go either way. T side or CT side. But it does depend on how each team decides to play it. Some interesting strategies do have to come out for Grounded, but we will get into the pistol round soon enough. Which we see a lot of armor being bought. No util, but we do see 2 revs come out on T side, which makes me think that they're going to go B, and that does seem to be the case. They might do a split, but for the most part, they're going to just go B. Yeah, it'll be a split, 2 B mid and 3 going B long. There are a few players playing here. Snow, 1 on B site, 1 playing around CT and Oil. Tix is watching B long. Max does get spotted out, but Dusty Dom does not hit anything. But he does spot Max out. Now Luce does go for a little bit of a pre-fire. Pump takes down Saw. Stylers is low and Pump is low. But they do need to get the picks if they want to do anything. T side does have flexibility, they can rotate, but CT side does have a good hold on things. They can just make their way over with 1 player on A. They also have a firm hold. Now Def is low as well. Dusty Dom is able to find Pump, goes for a second one, but has to reload. Dingster takes down Dusty Dom. Now Dingster Def and Stylers are all low. And all of CT has armor and a helmet. Tix does not have any armor, but he does have an XD. They are trading guns. 2 revs into P250. Stylers is like 2 HP with a P250. We'll see how T-side handles things. They're gonna go take it A. Some pre-fire does come out. Her Theodore tries to find a pick, but unable to. Eluse finds Stylers, goes for a second one, but isn't able to find one. But he does stay alive. He's gonna get the hold. But Dinkster goes for the plant. Tix does take down Max and Dinkster. Also 2v1 situation. Def going for the backside, takes down Eluse. 1v1 situation, but Def is 10 HP. Tix is able to find Def. And CT side does win the first round. Sky2Fly.
Bomb has been defused.
Pretty strong start for T side though. They were able to get everybody other than Tix. Tix was the only one left alive. And they were able to get the plant, so they could buy out. But it looks like they're going to try to play for the late game. Going to be playing Eco. 4 revs and 5 revs. Full stack of revs. And we see Eluse with the KSG. Very interesting gun choice. Didn't think I'd be seeing that after the nerf, after the heavy nerf. But we do see it once again. Some pre-fire does come out, and Def is the first one to go. Takes with the wallbang headshot. Well done. 4-0. He does lead his team. Now Dinkster and Max are also both playing B-Long Cafe, and one player on B mid. They are going to try to play for picks, but CT side is solid with their hold. They're just going to wait things out. It is a 5v4 situation in favor of Team Sky2Fly. But T-side looks like they have crept up B-Long. Dusty Dom takes down Max with the wallbang. Now it's a 5v3 situation. Dinkster, Pump, and Stylers, last 3 left alive. One player is going to play around B-Long yet. One player is going to play Calf and B-Mid. Another B-Mid. But Dusty Dom gets a second kill, taking down Pump. Eluse with the KSG is going to wait for the rotate, and he might find some action soon enough. Dinkster is on the other side. Eluse does use some util. Dinkster, he walks past Dinkster, but Stylers from Cafe finds Eluse. Dinkster with the KSG isn't even going to use it. He's going to use...
Coalition wins.
Oh, Dinkster does find a kill on her Theodore, but Tix gets the refrag. It looked like Dinkster was just going to use the revolver instead of the KSG. Very interesting gun usage. Tix is at the top of his leaderboard. Def and Dinkster both have 2 kills and 2 deaths. Tix and Dusty Dom are dominating. 5-0 with 2 assists, and Dusty Dom with 4 kills, 1 death, and 1 assist. Some of CT does have to lock in, but Dusty Dom and Tix have done a wonderful job at getting their kills. Max does take a little bit of damage B mid. It's a B split, 4 B long and 1 B mid. But CT side is doing a wonderful job at holding. They're just gonna wait it out. T side does have a minute and 15 seconds to work with now. Util use does come out with the one-sided smoke. Salt takes down Dinkster and Pump, taking down 2. And he's gonna try to find another one, but Stylers takes him down on the swing. Util use does come out, but Tix is playing close. Stylers finds Dom, but Tix taking down Stylers and Def, and Eluse closes the round out, taking down Max. 3-0 in favor of Team Sky2Fly so far. Very well done by Team Sky2Fly with that hold. Saw did get the double kill. Tix got a double kill, and then Eluse was able to finish the round out. T-side is going to be taking it up towards... They're just going to be split up, but they're going to take it up towards a mid, 1 storage, and 1 cafe. Pump is playing close. He's going to push this through, but Eluse takes down Pump after he swung. Now Def and Stylers gets kills on Dusty Dom and Eluse. Now it's a 3v4 situation. But see, none of the CT members have taken any damage. They all have guns. Tix is going to play Belong here and might find Max if Max decides to push that. Her Theodore does spot Def out
Toss it frag.
and uses some util. But they do have flexibility to move, and Tix is holding this Belong corner. But Max is being quite wary of it. In fact, it looks like he's suspecting Tix to be there. But he has to be very careful here. Gotta check your corners. And Tix is the reason why you need to. He is gonna check this, but he does get flashed. And Tix taking down Max. Stylers does get the refrag, but that's where the team chemistry comes in. The flash does come out and he gets the swing. Dingster finds her Theodore. Now it's a 1v3 situation. Saw unable to find a kill. Def takes down Saw. We're looking at a 3-1 score. And CT side might have somebody who's eco. Dusty Dumb is able to get a gun, but the util use is going to be pretty strained. Not a lot of util. T-side is going to play this more spread out once again, playing kind of the same formation. 3A mid, 1 Belong Cafe, and 1 playing Storage. Now Alus is playing this, swings, but unable to find a kill. Def takes down Alus. Now it's a 5v4 situation. Alus, I think that was too reckless of him. That was a pretty bad play in my opinion, playing that close on scanners, which is a easily soundable spot. Def and Max do take a little bit of damage, but they're not too low. T-side is playing around B mid and B long, and 1A mid. They do have options. Tix takes down Max. Now it's a 4v4 situation. And Tix is going to play here in snow. Does use the one-sided smoke once again, cutting off anybody from seeing B mid. Dingster finds Dusty Dom. Saw does get a kill on Pump. Stylers finds Saw. The Theodore takes down Dingster, and Tix does take down Stylers. So after the dust settles, Def gets taken down. Her Theodore does get the last kill, and Team Sky2Fly has picked up that round. Well done by Team Sky2Fly to win that. Tix is 10-1, dominating. Stylers is 6-4, Def is 5-4, and Dingster is 4-4, but Pump and Max got to step it up. Tix 10-1, Dusty Dom is 4-4, but Tix is doing an outstanding job so far. Only 1 death, but he's getting his kills. And he's been doing a great job at anchoring on B. Util use does come out. Her Theodore finds Dingster for a first pick. Now Max is going to push up main, is able to find a loose. And he does have position here. He does get a little bit of wallbang damage. Util use does come out. Dusty Dom is going for that swing out. And Max is able to find Dusty Dom. Stylers finds Tix. Max is going to go for another kill. Her Theodore does take down Pump, but Def gets the refrag. And now it's a 1v3 situation. It's just Saw left alive. Saw does find Def. And Stylers! Now it's just a 1v1 situation. Max has taken some damage. He's about 70 HP. But Max is going to have to be very careful here. He's at 59 HP. Saw, can he clutch this? No, Max. The timing, Max swings out and finds Saw. 4-2 is the score. Team Sky2Fly does lead, but Merciless does have 2 rounds already. And a lot left to go on T side. It is a CT map, but CT's going to have to play this awfully careful. And there are members on CT that are eco. They're going to have a tough time with this round. Alus is watching A-mid once again. He's been playing too aggressive in my opinion. He's playing in positions that are known to be checked. I don't know if I like that. Saw is playing Belong here in this corner. Her Theodore does take down Pump, but Stylers gets that refrag. And Alus is able to find a kill. Saw gets a kill with the XD. Dingster does take down Saw, but after the dust settles, 2v2 situation, but some of CT doesn't have a gun, only one of them do. But Dinkster does take down Dom, but gets to 15 HP. Tix. Wait, he is able to find Dinkster. Now it's a 1v1 situation. Can Max once again save this? And Max does. 2 rounds in a row, the last one alive, getting the last kills. Max cleans up Tix. Well done on T side. CT side also did a very good job getting kills with the eco. Almost winning the round actually, but now it's 4-3. And everybody has guns. Everybody has guns. They're looking for an early peek. Now Luce did spot Dinkster out, but he's gonna back up. He did this last round where he did back up. Tix is playing around Belong and Snow. Pump finds a kill on Saw, who was playing on site. Dinkster finds her Theodore. Now it's a 3v5 situation. Max finds Tix after missed bullets. Util use does come out, and Max is low. Stylers finds Dusty Dom, and Stylers cleans up the round, taking down a Loose. 4-4 score. And T-Side is just doing a great job at getting the breakthroughs, getting the first picks, and making their move. Stylers is 10-6. Yeah. Both sides have done a phenomenal job, but T-Side has just been doing better. Tix has been T-Side's only really crazy player. Other players have to lock in. Saw did almost win that one round, but there is a tactical pause. It is a pause for S2F, and her Theodore is Tyler. And we get into the next round. So early pre-fire does come out. Tix does take a lot of damage. Saw does take a little bit, but it's not much. But CT side is eco for the most part with only one gun, Dusty Dom. Dinkster finds her Theodore. Dinkster is able to find Tix, but Saw takes down Dinkster with the XD. Pump gets the refrag, taking down Saw. And T-side is going to make their move. Dusty Dom is playing in that corner. Pump is going to check. But Dusty Dom, who is playing in that corner, unable to find a pick. And Pump gets that nade kill on a Loose, which did crazy damage. Now looking at a 5-4 score in favor of Team Merciless, who has been going crazy on T-side. And T-side they have a great economy going on. 25,000 left. And CT side is kind of behind. Dusty Dom finds Stylers on a first pick with the wall bang. Cool. Very well done. Our Theodore does find Max. That's a 5v3 situation. And her Theodore currently has... But we'll have to wait and see what happens. T-side is playing a little bit slower now. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Dinkster is using util, but he's going to be expecting the one on the left. They're playing doors. Saw finds Pump, but Def takes down Saw and Dusty Dom, but Dinkster does get that kill on Tix. Now it's a 2v2 situation. Def and Dinkster going crazy, taking down Dom, Saw, and Tix. Now it's 2v2 situation. One player is going for a backstab, and it's all up to Eluse to hold sight. Eluse does find a kill on Dinkster. Her Theodore is playing B mid, and her Theodore does take down Def. 5-5 score. And we will be getting into the 11th round. Stylers and Dinkster both have 10 kills. Tix is 11-6, carrying his team. Saw is close behind, 8-9. Her Theodore is 7 and 7. Def is 8 and 7. But the numbers are overwhelmingly in favor of T side. Like, they're doing this great when it's a CT map. But that doesn't mean it's going to be free. Her Theodore is watching storage, is able to find a first kill on pump, and it's a 5v4 situation. Max does take some more damage. T-side is going to try to just push this through, maybe. Her Theodore almost gets a kill, but Stylers gets the wallbang. Max is very low. T-side is going to have to play this very carefully. And even Stylers does take some damage. Tix finds Stinkster. And Dusty Dom is able to get Stylers. Now it's a 4v2 situation. Max is able to find Saw, but he is again once again low. And Dusty Dom finds Max. That's a Def takes down Dusty Dom. 2v1 situation. Def might get some action, and Tix gets the kill on Def. Well played by CT. Now the wallbangs have been coming out on each side, on A and through that wall B mid. Well done, getting early damage and even getting early kills. This is the last round before it rotates, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Nobody's eco, everybody has a gun. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Tix does use some early util. T-side is playing around B mid. Salers finds Saw, and Def finds Dusty Dom. Tix does get a kill, but Pump takes Tix down. Her Theodore does take down Dinkster, but it's a 2v3 situation. Her Theodore is watching main A, and Deleuze is watching B, playing around truck and site. Deleuze is going to have a hard time here playing alone, but it's possible. T-side is starting to split up. Or no, they're just going to play it around B long. Util use does come out. Deleuze does take some damage, but swings and Max takes down Deleuze on a crazy head. Well done. Her Theodore, last alive, 1v3 situation.
Bomb has been planted.
Once again, not impossible, but it's going to be very tough. And he's not going to be able to find a breakthrough. They're playing their positions very well. Max playing on truck. Styler's playing that corner and Pump, playing B mid. Her Theodore does find Pump. That's a 1v2 situation. Not the worst thing now. Ooh, just almost is able to find Max, but Stylers gets a swing and takes down her Theodore. Now looking at a 6-6 score going into the pistol round. But the sides have been... Team Merciless did a crazy good against Sky2Fly on T side. But it's not free. 2 revolvers come out. And that is the only gun. Everybody else bought armor and helmet. They're going to be playing it slow around storage going towards A. And they're just going to play time. They're just going to play it slow. Now, there is one player making his way towards a mid. Dusty Dom, but... And now T-side has made their way going on to maybe go towards Wagon. Now, they are checking their corners, but Saw finds Def. Dinkster finds her Theodore. Saw does take down Dinkster. Stylers gets 2 kills on Tix and Deleuze. Now, Dusty Dom is able to find a kill on Stylers. But the damage has been done. It's just Max. It's a 1v1 situation. Dusty Dom. Max has a revolver. Now Dom is just going to go for the plant. Never mind, he cancels. He is watching that backside. He has 45 seconds to work with, so he could kind of change where he wants to go, but Max does have a revolver, so if it goes towards B, it'll probably be better for Max. Because Rev excels at long range. Max might have... Oh, he definitely sees Dom now. He knows. Now Dom is going to go for the plant with 20 seconds remaining.
Bomb has been planted.
Max is making his move now. Ooh, Dom is just going to play this around plane. He has a position for it. 1v1 situation. Dom does pre-fire a little bit, but Dom could just play time here.
Reach wins. wins.
And he's able to find Max on a headshot. Very well done to clutch that round. And we're now looking at a 6-7 scoreboard. In favor of Team Sky2Fly, winning that first pistol round is important. It's very important. Now, we do see an interesting eco buy. Dingster has bought an MP7, which I don't hate. I actually like that a lot. And the SMGs have been buffed quite heavily, so they're quite viable now. Dingster might get some action here. Oh, but he takes hella wallbang damage. Is on 10 HP. Ooh. Dingster, unable to find a kill. Her Theodore takes down Dingster, and Pump. Tix is on 12 HP from the MP7. But Dingster was not able to find a kill with it. Stellars is going to play this. Probably play for kills. Does spot one out, but he gets taken down by her Theodore. Now, Def does get the refrag. And Dom cleans up, taking down Max and Def. Wow, score is now 8-6. In favor of Team Sky2Fly. And they've just been doing a phenomenal job at doing their breakthroughs and whatnot, even if it was only the pistol round and CT's eco. Still, winning those rounds is very vital. Now, CT side is bought out, so it'll be interesting to see how they play this. With one B long, one B mid, one on A site, one playing around oil, and one a mid, watching a mid. Now the util use does come out, and T-side does have the flexibility to go wherever they want. Now Max is going to watch this angle here. Pump, ooh. He might have sounded her Theodore out, maybe cross, but the util use is coming out, and it's helping T-side out significantly here. Now Saw is the first one to go down. Max does get that kill be long. Now, Eluse might try to play for that refrag, or he could back out, but they are down a player. And Max does break Eluse's armor, but he gets pre-fired. Eluse takes down Max, and now it's a 4v4 situation. Stellar takes down Eluse. Now, her Theodore is playing that, but he's going to get found out by Dingster. Dingster finds her Theodore, not watching his back. Dusty Dom takes down Stellars. Now, 2v3 situation, but Dix gets taken down by Def, and Dusty Dom is able to find Def. 1v2 situation. He has only 25 seconds to work with. Dingster is playing close. He does use util. Gonna pre-fire this, but Pump, watching from CT Truck, is able to take down Dusty Dom. Now looking at a 7-8 score. In favor still of Team Sky2Fly. Tix is at the top of his leaderboard with Dusty Dom and her Theodore closing in behind him. Stylers is 17-11, dominating. Def is 12-12, and so is Dingster. Both teams have done quite well, but Team Sky2Fly has to log in here on T side. Util use does come out, and Saw is the first one taken down by Max through the smoke. He was eco. Her Theodore is also eco, but being that first player to go down, it's a yikes. So 4v5 situation now. Dusty Dom, Eluse, and Tix do have guns, but her Theodore has a revolver. Let's see how this plays out. They do have 1 minute and 10 seconds left to work with this round. Dusty Dom does get the first kill on Pump. Dingster does take down Dusty Dom though. And we're just going to see some trades come out here. Yeah, Dingster takes down Tix, and Eluse takes down Dingster, but Def is the one to take down her Theodore and Eluse. Now it's tied 8-8, and we might see another eco out. Another eco round for Sky2Fly. After those first 2 rounds, they've just been getting sloppy. Now they're eco once again. Some of their players once again are eco. And Def is just going to watch a mid from that angle. Now, the util use does come out. Eluse was just looking to spot players out. Sellers does find Saw. Saw's just been taken down early, belong. Once again, the first one to go. Dusty Dom swings, but Stylers is able to win his gunfight. But he does get broken, and he is low. Now, the util use does come out, and is able to find her Theodore, but Eluse gets the refrag, taking out Stylers, but Def. Once again, they're just trading out. Def takes down a loose, and it's just Ticks. He's gonna push this out.
Coalition
Ooh,
wins.
unable to find a kill. Pump takes down Ticks. 9-8 is the score. And T-side will be able to buy out. T-side will be able to buy out this round. And even the utilities do come out. We do see some flashes. But CT side is just living comfortably. 21.8 thousand bucks spread across CT. Now the utilities does come out. Pump. Oh, a loose did a crazy push there. Pump takes down a loose, and Saw does find Pump for the refrag. Saw takes down Stylers. I mean, but Def trades him out with a nade. Def is going to play on site with Dingster. It's a 3v3 situation. And the util use does come out. Now, Def's util was hoping to control main, but T-side's just going to maybe back it out. Bomb has already backed out. Now, CT does have one watching A mid, probably for B site, and that's exactly what Max is watching. Doing a pretty good job at it, too. But T-side's going to take this and rotate. Now, one player is going to try to go through A mid and 2 B long. But CT side might expect Def. Yeah, Def is moving in for that A mid. He knows. Here, Theodore cannot watch two angles at the same time. Max finds Ticks, and Dingster takes down her Theodore, and Def cleans up the round, taking down Dusty Dom. Now looking at a 10-8 score in favor of Merciless HQ. And T-side all should have guns. And that is the case. But T-side is really going to have to lock in here. I mean, they've really had a flop on this map, Grounded. Haven't been able to do anything too crazy. They are going to play time, maybe for picks. And it does seem to be that way now. CT side does have one player playing in that Cubby site. But T-side doesn't have too much util to work with. So, it's just going to be tough. Now, this is playing lurking, playing around storage. Max is playing around snow. Her Theodore is playing B mid on the other side of the wall. Now, the util use does come out, and her Theodore. The util use in that communication, very well done. Max gets taken down by her Theodore, and Stylers is playing on site, swings out, finds Ticks, but Saul does get that refrag. Dingster does take down a loose who is lurking. Her Theodore finds Def, and now it's a 3v2 situation in favor of Team Sky2Fly. They could win this round.
Bomb has been planted.
And they do get the bomb plant. And Pump is just gonna maybe play for that head glitch if Saw tries to jump. Might try to take his head off. Now, he does get spotted out. Her Theodore. Dusty Dom finds Dingster. Pump takes down Dusty Dom, but now it's just a 1v2 situation. And that flash didn't hit Pump, but her Theodore does take a little bit more damage, and the util use does come out, and Theodore takes down Pump. Now it's a 10-9 score. Sky2Fly was able to win that round. And we'll have to see what happens. Score is 10-9. And T-side is going to be playing this pretty cautiously. CT side is bought out. I mean, they've just had a great economy since entering on CT side. Max is going to watch this Belong Cafe area, which he has gotten the early pick on Saw quite a few times. Util use does come out. My Theodore does take down Stylers for a first pick. That's a 5v4 in favor of Team Sky2Fly. Now the util use does come out. Max, uses util, but it ends up harming himself more. Saw takes down Max. without taking any damage. Now it's a 5v3 situation.
Grenade coming up. Tossing incendiary. I'm gonna blind.
And the Yuto use does come out. Def does find a kill, but Saw takes down Def and Pump. Dinkster finds her Theodore. Now it's a 3v1 situation. Dinkster is the last one alive, but he is able to find a kill on Saw, and that was a bomb. Now, Dinkster is going to play this out. Does he know that they have bomb? He does.
Been planted.
He's going to try to play for that head glitch if Dusty Dom tries jumping. But T-Side is doing a great job at holding, but he should know the position of both of them. Yuto Use does come out. Eluse is going to maybe swing and play for that last kill. Does hit Dinkster for a bit. Oh, it's at 1v2. Does make his move going towards butt. Eluse finds Dinkster. Score is 10-10. And CT side should be able to buy out for the most part. Stellars and Pump might have some eco issues. Now there is a pause, technical pause. But now the score is even. Sky2Fly has gotten their momentum running back once again. And if they win this map, they just win it all. And Merc does take the pause. Merc is the team that takes the pause.
So Popo, who do you think is gonna win this map?
Well, it seems Team Merciless has gotten their shit together after that first part. They had a wonderful T side. And they are doing a great job at holding. But Team Sky2Fly has made their breakthroughs, and it seems they have picked up the momentum.
Yeah, I agree. If these guys keep throwing players and giving man advantage to S2F, could definitely go either way.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But the Yuzo use has come out, and it's been great for both sides. Pump getting another first pick. And now, once again, Merciless does have a man up. Now they are moving for some ball bangs here. Her Theodore might have gets taken down by Pump. Now Pump gets a second kill on Tix. Now it's just Saw and Dusty Dom, but Dusty Dom gets taken down by Dinkster, and Saw takes down Pump. Now it's a 1v4 situation. And it's not looking too good. Saw makes a move, but gets taken down by Dinkster. Merciless now leads once again 11-10. Tix is going to be eco, but everybody else is bought out, but Tix is eco. It'll be interesting to see how they decide to take things.
They're definitely going to be a little bit more passive here.
I mean, they kind of have to be. They have to get that first pick and then move.
Yeah.
But Stylers...
4 with 2. This is almost a complete shutdown.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but Tix is able to find Stylers, but he does get low. It's still not looking great, but Saul finds Max and Def. Now it's possible. It's a 3v2 situation in favor of Team Sky2Fly. But Eluse is being too loud. Dinkster makes his move, finds Tix, and he's going to have a set on hold. But Eluse takes on Dinkster. Now it's a 2v1. Pump, last one alive. Playing around oil. Oh, Yuto Use does come out. Eluse Saw is leading his team 19-18. Theodore close behind 17-18 with Dusty Dom. The numbers are pretty even on S2F. Now Merc I mean, they're pretty even too. Dinkster and Sellers do have 23 kills and 21 kills, but the numbers are more even for T-side. They've really locked in since the rotate. And each team has won 5 rounds since the teams have switched, but it just comes down to these last rounds where it really matters. Styler's looking for a first pick, is pre-firing B mid through the wall bang. He seems pretty confident that they're there too. And the Yuto use has come out, but Saw almost takes out Max. Max is very low on HP now. Through that wallbang, B long. Does a great job. After being found out multiple times from B long, he has locked in since. And Dinkster finds Theodore, but Alus gets the refrag. Now Tix is also low, but so is Max. And Pump finds Alus. Max is rotating out. Stylers finds Saw. But, Dusty Dom. Oh my goodness, Max. Tix done Dusty Dom. Tix does find Pump, but Def does clean up the round. Merciless HQ is up 12-11. So we're definitely...
honestly, I think it just comes down to the discipline of Merc. If Merc doesn't keep their man advantage, then it can really go either way.
Oh yeah, especially since Team S2F has done a great job at doing their push together, and especially when they Yuto use. And they do have the man up now, and that's exactly how they win it. It'll be very tough for Team S2F to have a breakthrough here. Now they all do have guns, but they are a man down, and Theodore is also low. But Theodore does find Stylers. Now it's a 4v4. Dom is playing dangerous games. He does get very low. And Max is playing in that corner with Def watching that cafe. Dusty Dom with the kill on Max. And they have made their breakthrough. It's a 4v3 now. 4v3 situation in favor of Team S2F, but they do have players who have taken quite a bit of damage. Dusty Dom on 17 HP. Theodore also pretty low. And they're just going to take it A. Now, CT side also has started to make their move going towards A. But Eluse is going to be the lurker here. He's going to clear corners, but Dinkster finds Dusty Dom. Now it's even. But Saw takes on Def. Theodore finds Dinkster. Now it's a 1v3 situation. Pump, last alive. Pump does find Saw, but he's in a tough position here.
He does have bomb, though.
He does have bomb, and there's only 7 seconds left.
Oh my god.
Finds Theodore.
1v1 situation.
Alus.
Reach wins.
And Alus finds the kill last second to win the round. Now it's 12-12. Yeah.
This is exactly what I was telling you, Popo. Merc is not keeping their man advantage, and they are getting punished heavily for it.
Oh, yeah. And they've been playing way too recklessly. Pump almost clutched that round. If he had hidden away for that last second where Luce had gotten that kill, that would have been game. But now we're seeing a last round. Now you're going to have to be playing this really cautious and really safe, because all comes down to this. And Theodore finds a nasty first kill on Dinkster with the wallbang. 20-20 now. And T-side does have plenty of time to work with and space. Like, they could go wherever they want. And it seems they're going to be playing for another pick, maybe. But Lewis gets taken down. Yeah. I mean, Bora's done a phenomenal job on this map at holding. I do believe he is their top frag. But T-side is starting to make their move.
Looks like they're hitting A.
Oh yeah, and they do have 2 entries. Both entered at the same time. Pump does find Theodore, but Dom and Saw get kills. And this could be it. Saw gets another one on Stylers. Now it's just Max. And Max gets taken out, and Sky2Fly wins.
Max is...
Oh, very well played. And S2F moves to the finals after sweeping Merc 2-0.
I thought Max was gonna have a great breakup game.
Oh yeah, but Team S2F is tough. Team S2F is tough.
Damn, that's a 2-0.
That is a 2-0. That's a sweep right there. Kind of wanted to see Bureau come out, but would have been interesting. But well done by Team S2F to take that as a victory.
It's not over though, Popo, is it?
Just the finals.
Still got playoffs.
Yep. Very well done by each team, but S2F moves on.
Damn. Damn.